Hi, everyone. So let's do an energy check for the week ahead, the upcoming week. So my intention for this reading is to cover the next 7 days from whenever you're watching this. I'd like to start by rolling an Astro House dice just to see if there's an energy we're meant to work with or what this message is meant to be about. So we rolled the sixth house, and the sixth house is about health and service. So, and this tends to be about the things that we do every single day. This can also include our 9 to 5 jobs, just our regular, the work that we do. If that's the chores we do around the house, if it's taking care of the family, if it's going to work every day, that's generally what the sixth house represents. So I would expect this reading to be about your work. So, let's take an Alice card first. So we're starting with the right way. And it's number 21, and it says, learning to create what you desire. So this may mean that as far as your work and your health and your service and the things that you do day in and day out, that you might be going the right way, or you could be creating something that you really desire as far as your work goes. But let's see what ancestor message wants to come out, and then we can really get into the tarot. This one wanted to come out too. So we have intervention and power. So we're going to look at all of these. So you may be really stepping into your power and really having some very good emotional development, spiritual development, personal development. I'm really getting from this. We'll see what intervention means as we go, but let's start getting into the tarot. I'm seeing the Magician at the bottom of the deck, so you could be really manifesting in and creating. The Magician really is about co-creating with the universe, and I do see learning to create what you desire. So as far as your everyday work goes, you might really be onto something here, and really kind of, it almost feels like with power and intervention that your luck is changing. So if you feel like something having to do with your everyday work has felt very burdened, or that things aren't going your way, I do get a really strong sense that your luck is about to turn, because it says the right way and power. And there may have been a divine intervention as far as making that wheel shift for you in a good direction, in a fortuitous direction. So that's what I have so far, but let's get into the tarot. So we have the Hanged Man, Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Underneath, Nine of Cups, King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Moon. And look at that, the Magician came back out. So this is certainly about something that you're creating as far as your everyday work goes. So maybe you are busy creating a business or a platform, or maybe you're creating something new. Maybe you're inventing something, but you're certainly doing something that leads me to believe that you are certainly creating something and that you're going the right way, because we do have that confirming it as well. So I think you're being asked to pause. You're being asked to focus on this Hanged Man. And the universe tends to put you in a Hanged Man position when you're not seeing something the right way. And the Nine of Cups is almost giving me this energy of there, you may change what you think you want, what you think you wish in this situation. So it's not exactly a be careful what you wish for energy, but it's one of, is that really what you want? So whatever you're creating right now, the universe may have put you in some kind of a timeout. There may have been a divine intervention. So if you feel like whatever you're creating has slowed down a lot, or is stuck, or you feel like you can't make the next move, it's because the universe had this divine intervention and has you in a timeout, because this Nine of Cups is telling me that whatever you dreamed up for your business or your platform or your invention, that there's a different way to look at it. There might be something else that will make you even happier, is what this is giving. But because I see you standing in your power and going the right way, it's not saying to totally throw in the towel altogether. It's saying you're going the right way, but perhaps look a little bit differently at how you could be doing it. There's something else that you could be doing that will give you a strong sense of personal satisfaction that may be lacking in the situation right now. Because I do feel like you are learning and expanding and transcending, and you're preparing for something here. I can tell because of the creation. This has create, this has create, this is pausing you, but I can feel the momentum building. Like we said, that it feels like your luck is really turning. It might just require you to look at it a little bit differently, or maybe a little more closely. But I think your challenge here with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Cups is there is someone you are working with, or perhaps you need to work with, that is challenging you, that perhaps you're not seeing things eye to eye. Perhaps you're not agreeing with the next moves. If this certainly feels like a business partner, because the Three of Pentacles is coming in with the King of Cups. So there's someone that you're working with, it feels like, that really loves what they do. So it may be that you're not seeing eye to eye on this, but I feel like that's why you're being asked to really kind of refocus your lens and to see if there is a different way that you can look at it, even if it's in small amounts, that you have to look at this in perhaps a small amount. So again, it doesn't feel like you have to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. It feels like there's been steady work, but there's been some kind of a holdup as far as someone that you're trying to connect with or see eye to eye with when it comes to this particular business or whatever this is for you. This could also be customers, that you're not really connecting with your customers in the right way, or you're not connecting with your followers in the right way. And so again, this is just saying, hold on, there's something else here that you could be doing so that you can really connect with whoever this King of Cups energy is for you. So I think the Hanged Man is really asking you not to get stuck on one way of looking at this, to release the control of the one maybe myopic way of looking at the situation, and maybe to take the advice of someone who's in your energy to better understand how to tweak your way of thinking so that you can be released from this Hanged Man energy. There's a message coming through with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles that again, this Two of Pentacles is giving this idea that there's two ways, there's two sides to the story, but it won't move forward until you integrate it into one way of thinking. So again, there's this feeling of a compromise that has to happen between you and whoever this King of Cups represents for you. So again, if it's customers, clients, co-workers, boss, someone that you're creating a business with, if it's followers, it doesn't matter. It's going to be different for everybody. But the point is, this can only move forward when you integrate these two ways into one. So if this is an investor, for example, you might have to compromise a bit to be able to get them to invest in this, or whatever this is for you. But in order for you to get the exposure that you want, to be able to move this forward, to get out of being unstuck in this Hanged Man position, it does feel like a compromise, and blending these two ideas into one is what I'm really getting very clearly from that. Because then I think that's going to be the thing that brings you the content that you need, or the relief of being let out of this Hanged Man, being let out of your time out. And now it will be an opportunity for this thing that you're working on to really grow and expand, because you've integrated these two ideas. You've integrated two separate ways of looking into one, that you really alchemized that. And that's really what the universe wants you to do right now, which is why you're feeling stuck right now, because you maybe haven't yet done that. But the advice, I love the advice, because it's coming through as the Ace of Cups and the Moon. And this is just truly about, it links me back to this Nine of Cups energy, where it's really saying to think about what what fills your heart the most and apply that here. That you don't have to do the thing that you think your boss is going to like or the thing you think your followers are going to like. Go into your heart and find that, because this is Hanged Man is saying the same thing that this Ace of Cups is saying. There's something that you love with all your full heart, with your full heart chakra, with your heart chakra open. And what is that? And the Moon is saying you're not seeing it correctly, which is the same thing that the Hanged Man is saying. That there's something here that the universe has put you in this timeout so that you can illuminate whatever you're keeping in the dark that has to do with the thing you love the most. So that love that you have for whatever this is, that you're not really integrating into this particular field, this creation, whatever this is that you're building, that will give you the clarity and the awareness that you need in order to then integrate these two things. So if it isn't two people that you're trying to integrate here, two ideas of two different people, it could just be that you're too focused on the money and not enough on your love for it. And there is a way to integrate those two things is what this is saying. But either way, there are two things that need to be integrated, having to do with something that really fills your heart, but you're not looking at it. You're not looking at it really correctly. It's like this need. The Hanged Man has this illuminated light around their head because it's the universe trying to get you to see something that you're not seeing. It's lighting this darkness of the Moon card, and that this darkness is not going to be able to serve you because you're not seeing the thing that you love and the thing that's going to advance this project forward. The Hanged Man, the light around their head, the universe is saying, we're going to keep you here until you are enlightened enough to see it. And so I do think that there is someone in your energy whose advice you could really take. And because they're showing up as the King of Cups, it feels like they have a love for this too. And so not to dismiss this person's idea when they say, yeah, but let's do it the way we really love to do it and not worry about how it's going to be received. And I think that this is saying this person is giving you good advice to follow your heart when it comes to whatever this is that you're trying to create. So let's get a few more tarot cards to see what other voices want to speak up. So the Hanged Man and the Nine of Cups is coming in with the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is about persistence. It's about conviction. So the universe is saying that the universe knows you want this so bad, but you're not going to get anywhere. This is like this idea of someone kicking and punching and fighting and screaming, but while someone's holding them back. That's what I get from this. So this is saying just relax. Relax because you're in a timeout. And just look into your heart space and listen to this person who loves as much as you do what you're doing. You love it equally, but they might be on the better track here. Not to say you're going the wrong way, because you're not. We drew the right way, but there's a way to put these two ideas together. Do it your way, but also do it their way. There is a way, and this is just saying to get quiet and find that way. The Three of Pentacles and the King of Cups is with the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a really self-reliant person and someone who is so perceptive that sometimes the Queen of Swords, did I say the Queen of Wands? I don't know what I said, but this is the Queen of Swords. But this is a person who sometimes has such a clear perception of what's going on that they can be dismissive of other people's ideas, especially someone who's coming in the suit of cups. The Cups family and the Swords family don't always understand each other. So this is a reminder to not be that Queen of Swords, that your perception isn't the only way, to really listen to this person who's coming through from the Cups family, that this Cups person is going to really show you how to bring what you love into this and not forget why you're doing this in the first place. The Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is with Judgment. So this is really about a revelation. This is about awakening from this Hanged Man energy that you are going to see, because this is coming through in the message for you from Spirit, that you will see this. You will get to this point, that this reading could just be confirmation for you, or this reading could be the thing where you're like, okay, maybe I should take this person's advice because I am stuck. This business isn't going anywhere right now. So there is certainly a revelation and awakening happening for you where you will be able to integrate these two pentacles into one big pentacle. And then finally, the Ace of Cups and the Moon is with the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is about this indecision. It's about avoidance. So I do feel like it's another message that's saying you need to make this decision. It feels like the only way out of this is to make the decision with your heart, because you're not seeing it correctly. And we know that because we have the Hanged Man and the Moon card. So the only way you're going to be able to make this decision and to integrate is to listen from your heart space. So really follow your heart right now. Listen to this person from the Cups family and try to compromise those ideas, because that's exactly what is going to grease the rails to make your project move forward. So there you go. That is our energy check for the week ahead. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? And we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.